Peace, love, and light, my people. I go by the name of DJ 912, and today I'm gonna just give y'all a couple quick secrets in FL Studio 20 that you need to know and will help your production that much more better. So one thing that's very common that I've noticed is always getting those sample packs, and some of them not good enough. One thing I've always noticed is getting those sample packs, and some of those sample packs, the sound's not loud enough, or you trying to sample something and the sound's not loud enough, so you trying to add volume to it. A lot of people say normalizing is bad, so I'm gonna give you a way around normalizing that's free and it's already in FL Studio 20. So let's find a sample and load it up. Let's do a chant. That's pretty loud. Perfect. Say we wanted to use this. Oh, my keyboard ain't hooked up. Say we wanted to use this sample. And instead of normalizing it like this, right? If you go up here to your wrench tool, see this volume. You got pan, volume, you got your mod, right? Just crank your volume up a little bit. Go back. Crank up a little more. See, when you normalize it, it gives a little harsher sound to it. So this is where you can keep the sound quality of the sample. You know what I'm saying? And keep going. Another tip that I always wanted to know and try to find out, and I seen it randomly watching Busyworks Beats one day, is when we load these effects into the effect channel, right? So say we got this effect routed, we got this sample routed to this effect or to this channel, right? Now, say we wanted to load up an effect. One of my favorite effects to use is a drip by Kyle Beats. And let's load up something else like let's use Tape Boy, CurtisKingBeats.com or Curtis King Beats. I don't know what his website is. It might be CurtisKingBeats.com. Right, so say now, say you like the way that effect sounds. So instead of right clicking, you're gonna save, right? And you're gonna save where is it? File. You're gonna save a mixer track state. So this allows you to pull up that same exact mixer preset, right? Instead of having to do that and keep doing it every time you do it, another quick way you can do, if you come over here to this right channel, you hit, see what's that, save presets, you drag it. So now I got that drip preset on channel 2. Go back to channel 1. Tape Boy preset, save preset, drag it to the next channel. And I'm essentially copying, you know what I'm saying? From track 1 to track 2 the presets. I wish it was a better way to do it, but for now that's the way that I know, and I'm pretty sure that'll help y'all out. Another quick tip is rearranging your plugins, right? The order of the plugin does matter. I'll say that again, the order of the plugin does matter. So say you wanted to put Tape Boy first and you wanted to put Drip second, and instead of like deleting it and saving the preset and all this, if you just scroll up on your mouse wheel, it changes it for you. I'm gonna show you that again. I'm gonna scroll down, watch it change it back. Scroll up on the mouse wheel, and the mouse wheel is simply this little thing right here. It's gonna change it every time. Let's use that bell. Let's find a chord. Boy, I hate when it does that shit. So let's go to the next tip. So let's say we got that right, and we're not good at creating our ARP sounds, right? Or you want to create your own ARP sound. If you hit Control A, and then you hit Control U, no. Hit Control A to copy, y'all. Hit Alt A, and it brings up the random arpeggiator, right? So now you automatically got an ARP sound by the chords that you created for your melody. Now you might not want that flat sound, but there's different ways you can do it. You can flip it to the alternative. You can also shift your range. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice. Not even gonna lie. You can change the multiple. So the changing the multiple also means like you adding more to it. So if you want it to go a little bit faster, just change the multiple. Want it to go slower, go the other way. Right. So you can go as crazy as you want, you know what I'm saying? Or you can go as simple as you want. I think I kind of like that preset though. Now, say you want it to go for something different other than the 1, 2, 3, right? You hit this button right here, and now you got all these arpeggiator notes that you can do. Change the gate, and that's just making a note shorter or longer. Hit accept. All right, now say if you wanted to duplicate this, right, without having to like Control C is a way to copy it. Control V is a way to duplicate it, right? And then you're gonna have to slide it down. So in order to beat that, just hit Control B, and it automatically duplicates it for the next section. So if it's 2 bars, 4 bars, 8 bars, it'll duplicate it to the next 4 bars or 2 bars after that. Well, last but not least, let's get this tip down so you guys can hear what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these 808s. Say you got an 808 pack, right? And you drag the 808 in. You like the way the 808 sound, but you also want to get a little bit more punch out of it. If you come up here to this wrench tool, right? Instead of hitting the wrench, flip it. This back end helps boost that 808. You can see it. You can also hear it, right? So it goes from this to something more dominant, prominent. And you can change all these other things, the resonance, the EQ, and all that stuff. Just, you know, play around with it. But FL Studio has a lot of right-click options as well. Say I wanted to pitch a certain part of the melody, right? Or a certain part of the song. come up here. Say if I wanted to pitch a certain part of this melody, right? Or the whole song entirety. All you gotta do is come up here, right click, create automation clip. You right click on this automation key, square it off. If you don't square it off, it's gonna fade in and fade out. All right. So now let's hear what just happened. Everything inside of FL Studio is almost has a automation clip to it. So say you didn't want a picture, right? Let's delete this. Make sure you come over here, right click and hit delete. Cause if not, sometimes it stays in there. So let's just say, let's throw this insert. Let's throw this in the channel too. If you wanted to pan it, right click, create automation clip. Now you got an automation clip for you panning. If you want to do volume, right click, create automation clip. Now you got a for the volume as well, right? And they all look different. You see it says panning, you see it says volume. So you want it to fade it out. Let's just fade this last part out. And let's just say for the tutorial's sake, we just gonna pan it hard each way. See, and that can give a lot of dynamic to your melodies, anything, man. Like, and we want to be creative inside of any beat production that we're doing. So that just give you a different way to be super creative in your production as well. Let's say you're creating hi-hats, right? Let's go to hi-hats. Let's say we wanted to create a simple hi-hat pattern. I actually might keep this. I like the way it sounds. All right, let's say Alt U. This is what they call the piano roll chopper. It's something I use all the time. I'm pretty sure you guys can use it as well. The time multiple as well. The more you do it, the less it chop it. The faster, the more left you pull it, the faster it chops. You can also do the pan and pitch. I haven't really played with them at all, so I mean that's up y'all to do it. I usually like pan and pitch after I do this as well, but it's Alt U again. I want to do this, hit B, shortcut key. I want to fade this out, right? Hit delete, hit B again, Control B, remember? Bring it over, and you automatically on. Well, sometimes it's on time, man. Pay attention to it. Sometimes it don't be on time. And if it's not, just hold Alt, left click, drag it until it's on time, right? I want to make one more change in here. All right, so let's say it still look kind of off. All right. And that gives you the halftime effect without having to have halftime, right? So let's say I wanted to save my hi-hat MIDI, right? Come up here, go to File, Save Score As, and it's gonna bring this up, right? Follow this preset. Follow this folder path, and you'll see where your preset is going. So let's just say I'll say Trip 2 is the preset. The MIDI that I want to save it under. Trip 2 is the preset. One thing I've liked about, you know what I'm saying, this whole wave of just MIDI, like saving it, is because sometimes you have an idea and you just need the hi-hat to give you a little bounce. And when the hi-hat gives you that bounce, it kind of puts you in a different pocket. So let that hi-hat, you know what I'm saying, do what it do. So we come up here to scores. See, it saved as Trip 2. And you can just drag it in anywhere. All right, let's just drag it in. Trip 2. It's the exact same one from up top. So you have that. Velocity inside your hi-hats will give you a different rhythm and bounce. If you come down here and you see control, you see it's lit up as velocity, right? So let's change the velocity real quick. Because no drum is perfect, right? So no drum is going to give you the same consistency hitting that hi-hat every time. It's impossible. It's inhuman, right? So you want your beats to sound close to human as possible. I can't grab that note. I want to change that. Let's zoom in. And if you ever run into the point where your notes are like overlapping like that and you can't grab one, just move them out the way. Go back to that same section. You know, change your notes. And then come back. Just drag them back to that position. Which I don't remember which one it was. All right. So now, if you go down, you know, little hidden gems that's in FL Studio. If you go down here and you hit Note Pan, now you can pan them from left to right. And if you're panning your hi-hats, I don't think they need to be dramatic. You know, little subtle changes is great. Cool, right? Let's take it a step further. You can fine pitch it. You can hit the resonance. I like to hit the cutoff, the filter cutoff. right? And so you getting other things that you can necessarily do of just inside of the piano roll, right? Simple, quick tips like this will change your production. Something I need to use more often. I'm realizing like I know a lot of things behind the scenes, right? So let's put a snare to this real quick. Put this snare right here. Control B. So now let's say we want to find the pocket and we don't want to leave everything on the one, right? So we don't want it directly on the one. I never do this in my production. I just want to do it for now. Right? It's kind of stiff, right? So let's bring this up. Let's go to the wrench tool. And this knob right here, the shift knob, it allows it to shift it and push it back a little bit or pull it forward. You know what I'm saying? So let's shift it a little bit. And I'm going to do it dramatically first so y'all can actually hear how far back it actually shifted for y'all. See, now you can see how far back it is. But I just want to find a groove, a pocket to it. I like that groove. Let's take it off and just see what happens. See, you kind of lost a little something, right? So let's add it back. It was at 30%. Right click copy is also something that you can use on all FL Studio, like behind the scenes stuff. Just copy and paste. You know what I'm saying? Let's even shift the hi-hats a little bit. Another quick tip. Say you don't know how to play a lot of piano keys, right? Say you only know C flat, right? Or C whatever. C minor, right? Let's say that's the only chord you know. We can literally change the chord or the pitch of the song. We can change it from here. I'm gonna give y'all a better example. The add next is back. Hit piano. Where's my piano? Let's take this piano and use it for a second. Say you come up with this chord progression, right? Say that's the only chord progression you know how to make, right? If you hit the wrench tool, right, on any one of these plugins and you hit this tool right here. So you hit the little cog wheel, then you hit the wrench tool, and it brings up this piano roll at the bottom. A little known super secret tip that I can give y'all. If you right click, it changes the chord for you. It'll change the key for you of the song. Just go down. Ooh. Yep. And this does it with any plugin inside of FL Studio 20. So your Omnispheres, your Nexuses, your Nexus, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Right click. Let's go shift it down. Let's hear what it sounds like. Remember, it was up here. Let's go down here. And so what I would do, since I got all these effects on this channel, say I wanted to keep them effects, keep playing on that channel, right? Let's right click, let's clone. I don't want to change anything. I want to keep everything pretty much the same. So if you right click copy, then you right click paste, it'll right click the MIDI from this channel and put it on this channel. Let's change this to 3. So now I have 2 of the same ones playing. It's a little trick I like to do with all my melodies. So this melody, this one right here has the effect on it, and this insert doesn't. Right? Let's balance it out. And let's drop a totally different effect on top of this one. Let's use a flanger. This is a quick tip that I can give you guys as well. Say you got the effect 100% on, but you don't want the effect 100% on that particular insert. If you come over here, you look right here, these little nodes or whatever, right? The knobs. If we pull it back, you're taking the effect off. And a great way to tell how much percentage you're taking it off, if you look up here in the top left corner of your FL Studio panel, it'll actually show you. I wish they would put it on top right here, so when you pull in the back, you will see it, but it's up here in this corner right here, right? And a lot of times, if you want to know what a button is, if you just hover over it, it'll tell you in that top left corner up here. So let's pull this back to, let's say, about 40%. And that's how you can control your effects as well inside of FL Studio 20 or any FL Studio for that matter. These are just a few quick tips for you inside of FL Studio 20 to help take your production to the next level, or just to get you to some places in and out real quick. We all know with timing inside of production, you want to get that time, you want to get that speed up so you can get the ideas out quicker. I'm sorry for this little square y'all keep seeing, man, but I kind of got irritated and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I'm using my Canon 60D now for my webcam, so bear with me. I'm gonna figure this out, but I hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, follow for more, and if you need beats, go to dj912beats.com. Peace.